Oh, good morning. She's a chilly one again this morning, minus 17, and it's about 5:30 in the morning. I'm just coming out, grab some feed. I'm gonna take the side by side, go feed everybody. Figured I'd show you how staining the shelf has come. Carmen was in here last night, furiously sanding to get this thing ready for stain. So got most of it done. You can see up there, she missed a spot. I won't give her too hard of a time about that. I'm sure she's gonna get it later, but yeah, she's got the shelf done here. So we'll get all these air nailed in probably later today, and then this thing can move off to the side somewhere and we can start on using some of this real estate. We were talking about moving it last night and getting it out of the way, but really, you know, in order to do a good job of staining, she's got to be fairly central to have the room to walk around it, right? Had a few folks wondering where yesterday's video was. Well, it's about 35 to 40% of the Mondays I don't get a video out on Monday. Monday's just it's just one of those days where there's just a lot going on, and I'm usually if I'm actually putting a video, it's usually like leftover footage from the weekend, and then a little bit kind of Monday morning before I head off to work for the day, kind of thing. But I mean, yeah, it's no great tragedy. There's far worse tragedies out in the world right now. Actually, you know what? Talking about tragedy, what I did see. We're selling C-clamps right now. You remember from earlier, we got this auction win. Carm got a whole bunch of these C-clamps in a lot, so we're selling cases of those. So I listed them on Facebook. Well, she did too. But while I was in there on Marketplace looking for some stuff to see, you know, what else was available around, you know, in the community, folks are selling their work boots. Like, people that are out of work have completely lost hope. They're selling their work boots for like 50, 60 bucks. Just to get enough, you know, to get by for a day or two, right? Absolutely tragic. The other tragedy is, well, it's nowhere near on the scale of having to sell my work boots, but I ordered chicks from Miller Hatcheries the other day. Got 75 of them coming for the end of April. I got an email confirming that order. Yesterday I got one back saying, actually no, we're not taking orders right now, not until February, which is when we ordered last year. So just got to preempt and be quick, like on the button, February 1st, 8 a.m. Got to get my order in there. And the reasoning is I think their business model doesn't allow them to kind of be that far ahead. They're going to reset their pricing and do all that stuff. So I'm hoping demand doesn't drive, you know, a large price increase, but who knows? I don't know what inputs a commercial hatchery has. So I can guarantee with carbon taxation and stuff like that, there's probably going to be an increase. I'm just hoping it's not so much so that it's not, you know, not worth their while actually raising a whole bunch of chicks. Economically wise though, that's not really the hugest driver in that. I mean, for us, we're able to raise pretty much all of our chicken that we eat right here on our front lawn, and the chickens eat the grass. And that's super healthy for them. They get vegetables, they get their bugs. They're moved every day, so there's no risk of them getting sick. They have way better immune systems. We do get them vaccinated for coccidiosis, just because while they're in the brooder, they are confined. But once they're out there, I mean, this is like the best possible life, the best possible meat you could ever get. So yeah, it's a little bit tragic that the order got deferred, but I'll have it in my calendar set February 1, 8 a.m. Got to get that order in. What is exciting though, I finished the design for the grain sheds we're going to build. I say finished the design. I finished the design up here. Really just nailed down what it is we want to accomplish there. So the grain stores are going to be 8 feet long and 7 feet deep. That will allow for a 4x4 bunk, two 4x4 bunks, sorry, for the grain totes to go into, and then a 36-inch walkway so that we can get in there with our scoops and our bags and our buckets and all that stuff without being cramped and confined. But it's still going to have a small enough footprint that we can put one here beside the shop. We can put one over there by the sheep pen or the pig pen or somewhere over there. It's not going to take up a whole bunch of real estate. And then we're going to do oven door style doors on both ends, allowing for a chute to open up, and then the tractor will just come in with the tote up on the bucket, and we'll just drain the tote into the grain store, and then the bag can go away and get stored, and we don't need to keep any grain inside the shop. I also finalized the chicken tractor design. So we're gonna build two, I'm determined to do this. I'm gonna build 2 chicken tractors. We have one already. So we're gonna take the design we already have. So we built a John Siskovich style chicken tractor, but we didn't use the conduit. Like John uses conduit and he's got like a 10 by 6 footprint. And we had an old car shelter, which was like, I think like 10 by 20, that's what it was. But it blew away in the wind. So some of the parts didn't all fit. And anyway, so we managed to like condense it down to 10 by 14. And it's pretty heavy. It's definitely a chore to move it around the yard. So these new ones we're gonna build, we're not gonna do that style. We're gonna combine 2 different influences. So we're gonna do the pony wall, so to speak, very similar to a Siskovich chicken tractor, but the roofing, kind of a combination of a Siskovich and a Joel Salatin chicken tractor. So it's gonna be basically only 2.5 feet tall with a hinged lid and a tarp over 75% of it. So that will, make it a lot lighter, a lot easier to, when you're getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna move chickens, you want it to be easy, right? You want to be inspired to get out and move this stuff, because if it's hard and you don't want to do it, well, then your animal care kind of goes down the drain. And then at that point, then what's the point really, right? So make this nice and light, mobile, easy to move, but heavy enough that it doesn't blow away, because the wind always blows. Anyways, you probably won't see the grain store for another week or 2 till that starts to take shape. The chicken tractors won't be done until after that, so that'll be kind of that February time, right around when we're placing the orders for the chicks again. And then following that, we're gonna get started on Carmen's greenhouse, and that'll be right around March. So we're gonna do a small mobile greenhouse on skids that we can build in the shop here, but it's got to be able to get out that door. And soon came upon Goosey Lucy. You believe that? You skipped a page.
Oh no.
A mouthful.
Good job. Put it in the hole. There you go. Well, it is now like 8 o'clock at night, and I'm just heading out to feed the dogs, get all the food prepped and stuff for chores in the morning. So you can kind of see there's an orange glow off in the distance. The neighbors are burning a brush pile over there. Kind of nice night to go over there with some wieners and maybe some marshmallows, but we're not allowed to do that. So anyhow, yeah, I'll let you go for now while I get chores done. I hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you tomorrow.